It's a beautiful afternoon, our darling listeners. This is Youth Forum here on Vicinity 95.3 FM, Ikechile, Ijesha. I am Paul Eteng.
Yes, I am Aisha Ibrahim, and welcome to Youth Forum on Vicinity FM 95.3
Yes,
Ikedile Ijesha.
Ikechile, Ijesha Youth Forum. We are youths.
Yes, we are youths.
Yes, it's good to have you on the show. And today we would be talking about a wonderful topic. I would say, should I say, it's, I won't say it's controversial, but I mean,
To me, it's like a topic that youths are always looking forward to.
yes, of course, youth are always looking forward to hear, and it's have to involve politics. You know, in today's society, I won't say it's, should I say it's general? Maybe I won't say it's general though,
Okay.
because there are some countries that you would see youth as the presidents, that's in the political levels.
Yes.
So, do we think? I mean, the elections, 2027 election, would say the upcoming elections, in as much as it's still just a year,
Yeah.
but we would say the upcoming elections. We are approaching the election period,
Mm-hmm.
and most of the times when you see, let's say, maybe during election period, you hear these talks, talks attack this place, talks attack that
Yeah.
place. It's always the youth that they always use. Most of the images we see, videos we
Yes.
see, talks
Yes.
attacking, all this
Mm.
snatching of ballot boxes and the rest.
Yes.
It's always youth.
Youths.
But why is it hard for youth to, be in this political levels? Why can't we see youth, same youth, in, this top places
Maybe
in government? Why can't we see youth?
maybe let's say they believe youths can't do the work elders are doing.
Well, yes, I think that is.
That maybe they think they still have the initiative of when they were in school, of okay, they are still a student,
Okay.
so they won't be able to do this, do that, do this, do that. That maybe even if they join the political aspect of life,
Like, yeah.
they won't be able to. They will just be doing their own. They won't be respectful to their elders.
Uh,
elders.
Reports. I mean, we've seen other, okay, like, for example, Canada. The former Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is a youth. You know, we have, I would say, wars. I don't know about his age now, but we have the French president Emmanuel Macron, who's also a youth. We see youth in other countries in high government office. You
Yes,
understand?
yes.
But why is it that we hardly see youth in our own country? A youth can be the vice president. Okay, if you're talking about the fact that, okay, we say these people are young, why can't we have the president? Okay, the president can be elderly,
Yeah.
and the vice a youth. It's I, it's not too much to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? We cannot just be, the youth can't just be used as thugs,
Yes.
on this political thugs. But why can't we have youths, the same energy they have in this, this political,
Matters.
issues that they keep? Why can't we use that same energy to put it, to channel it in this politics and have youths? You can have a youth in the, National Assembly.
At least some youths are with the position of special advisor to maybe community leader, maybe like local government leader. Also, yes, they are doing their own let's say their own assignments in maybe in little way in the community, although in a political aspect.
Okay.
Sure. But still, if not everybody, not all the youths knows that okay, this person is doing this. But I think if they make it in should be in party, youths are involved in higher positions, then it should be something. The youths will say that okay, we have this person, let's go and meet this person. Maybe we'll talk to this person in this position, or there will be changes, there will be solution to whatever problem we have.
Okay, yeah, I agree with you. You know, because if I'm to say rather that you know it's in in our country, but even in the Western world, okay, for example, you see um, in America, the president Donald Trump, you know, he's an elderly person, and his vice JD Vance, he's a young person. You can see how the two are, you know,
Yeah.
both young. Sorry, the vice president is young, even as much as the president himself is, you know, it's an elderly person. Why can't we see that here in Nigeria? I mean, there are so many youths. You can't say they are not all, you know, they don't have this experience of politics.
At least
You know?
this SUG school is also youths, that it's also students. At least there are students that are running those positions.
Okay.
SUG, or what? Maybe a little. What do you
Okay, like in the school I attended, you know, I was this XRA, Student Representative Assembly. Though I ran for the office of the vice president of the school, and it was a very good experience. You know, sometimes, like you said, those that have this experience in the SUG, you know,
Yes.
they have this political experience. Like
Yeah,
myself,
because it will help them in one way or the other if they later, join
yes,
the politics.
like when
the
I ran
political
for
aspect.
the office of the vice president of Student Representative Assembly in my university, then uh, it gave me this, you know, knowledge of how politics, in as much as it's not this very massive,
Yes,
you know, it's not,
the wide range.
yes, like the way we have this.
Just
uh,
within
At
students.
least it gives you this, you know, this should I say platform, you know, this foundation of how the politics is, because you know you campaign, you do campaigns, you
Yes,
talk to
before
a
you
lot
be
of
able to,
people.
yes.
Okay, oh, I'm going for this position, vote for me, vote for me, vote for me. And another thing also is, you know, being active, because for someone to win a position like in school, in university, you have to be active. You know, you have to. People
Yes.
have to know you. Okay, for the fact that I am this very quiet person, you know, a lot of people do not really know me that much, because a lot of people were rather, I would say, were surprised that, oh, you're running for this position. I mean, you're someone that you hardly talk, you always, you know, minding your business,
Yes.
kind of the thing. And despite that, I didn't look at the fact that, oh, I am not,
You
I
didn't
don't
let
actually,
it bring you down.
exactly. And I would say I had a lot of votes, in as much as I did not win the election, I had a lot of votes. But what I'm trying to say is, we youths, we can do it. You
Yes.
know, we can be active in this politics. This, it's not just, you can't say politics is for, you know, a particular age
No.
group. As long as you are a youth, you are above 30.
Yes, and you know that yes, whatever my colleagues, my people, my fellow youths can bring to my table, I'll be able to, at least provide some solutions to it.
Yes. So we would be taking a break. We'll be playing you a song by T.Y. Bello, The Future. Don't go anywhere.
Future, we are the dream. We are the nation. We are part of this. Yes, we are so amazing. That's the least we shall be. At the heart of the nation, changing history. How can they say that we are finished? We have just begun. When we have nowhere else to run to, we
Yes, the future is here. That is the song by T.Y. Bello. So you can also join the conversation on the show on our Facebook page. You can drop a comment or you can call us on 0813-237-1268, 0813-237-1268, and give us your own opinion, your own, tell us, do you think Nigerian youths are ready for to be in the political space, to join this politics, to be in this political level? You can call us and give us your own opinion. Uh, you know, I would say the belief a lot of people have is that, politics is a dirty game.
Mm-hmm.
I feel maybe that is why sometimes you hardly see youths, participating in this politics, because right from time we are all cutesy. We always say, politics is a dirty game, politics is a dirty game.
Yes, yes.
It has been in our
And
minds.
no want, that involvement sometimes.
Yes, yes. You always say politics is a dirty game, or is a dirty game. But I mean, there are people who have integrity, in this politics. There are a lot of people who have integrity, and when you have this mentality of something, the wrong impression about something, you grow up with that stuck in your head, and it will make you you will not feel this thing. You feel like, oh, it's the wrong step to take. But if politics is a dirty game, I mean, in a democratic country, we cannot stay without the president.
At all.
So, in as much as we have this thinking, oh, politics is a dirty game, you must still have a president. You must still vote. You must still vote for people in the National Assembly. It's the government. You can't stay without the government, except you are maybe it's a monarch. You
Yeah.
understand? You must have a government. So this is something that a lot of youths, have this belief that policy is dirty and that nothing changes no matter who gets elected. And yes, a lot of people feel, oh, it's the same thing now. If we vote, nothing gets, there's no changes. We don't see changes happening. And I feel this is what makes people to. But if you feel you can make an impact, why not engage yourself in this politics? Why not, go for it? And believe me, when you have this, you are someone that, or you are the people's choice, a youth, and you don't have, okay, fine, you don't have the money to get the political ticket, the tickets for the race. You see a lot of Nigerians, the way one thing I love about we Nigerians is that when we want to go all out for someone, we can do it.
Yes.
In as much as we say, okay,
This
it's
is
expensive,
what-
you understand? Let's say, for example, this is 10 million. Look, Aisha, people, the way that money will come, you'll be surprised, like,
And
you yourself,
say-
you'll be
yeah,
surprised,
you'll be
like, how did. That is one thing with we Nigerians that, we cannot take that away from us. If we want to go all out for this person,
But for Nigerians to go all out for that particular person, that means they know the person, they know what the person can do, and maybe the person's intention towards what he intended to do. That okay, this thing is the importance of me doing this is to up the youth, bring out their voice, do this, do that. Then Nigerians will go all out
yes.
for that person.
Yes, very true. And I think, do you think we have we actually seen a youth that maybe has really captured the minds of Nigerians? You have,
I haven't.
we have not really seen.
I haven't seen.
Okay, I think that is what should now make the youth to actually, rise up. And it's not all about sitting down and believing, oh, nothing will change, nothing will change. You can make a change. You understand?
But you know, we are just saying this though. There are some. It's not easy for youths to get involved in politics.
Okay, why is that?
They'll face some challenges.
Like one challenge.
The lack of money to run down.
Well,
To run. Okay, we already said it. Okay, um, let's say being sidelined by other politicians who don't want to let go of that power.
okay, I think yes, that is also
They don't
another
want to let go
issue.
of that power. They don't want to
Mm.
let go of that office, that position.
Okay, but you know sometimes also to get the people, you know, if you have a youth, it will really because we have to be honest. We youths, we are waiting for the time that we'll see at least a youth in the, you know, political level in the being like vice president. Okay, we have a caller. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello,
Good
Hi,
afternoon.
good afternoon. What's
What's
your name and where are you calling from?
Sabi Silva.
Huh?
Sabi Silva.
What do you call your name?
Okay.
It
So
seems that was a mistake.
yeah, that was so we know we have to be, you know, serious about this as youth. We have to make show that yes, in as much as fine, it's very difficult for youth to get in that level. It's always difficult, you know.
Carry the sun, carry the
Hello? Hello, what's your name and where are you calling us from? Hello?
Sorry. This is the studio line, please.
So get out of the way of the land of my dreams. I am the nation, I am part of this. Whoa, carry the song, carry the sound. The future is here. The future is here. Goodbye yesterday, tomorrow.
Okay, welcome back on the show. So, you know, we're talking about youth participation in politics. So, how do you think you can fix this? How do we strengthen youth participation?
Let's say youth should speak up.
Okay.
You speak up in the sense that they can use the social media to call out like, let's say, bad governance.
Mm,
But more importantly, they should organize or join youth groups so that they can support the youth candidates.
okay.
That's one of the things I think youth can do
Okay.
in this politics aspect.
Mm-hmm.
What of you?
How about introduce civic education? Do they still do civic education in
Yeah,
school?
so civil education is in school. The Edway exam is a compulsory course
I think-
subject.
I think they should. The government should, you know, or teachers rather, should focus more on this civic education because you know, right from time we didn't really, you know, then civic education we will always say okay, civic education, government is this that, but we have they don't really, you know, push this narrative that oh you can you know when you are a youth you can go for this political office and they don't really do that. You know, we just take civic education as oh civic
just
education,
one
government of the
subject,
people, by the
which-
people, and for you understand?
But they just, it seems like they are just reading it for, yeah, they should just pass the exam. They
So
are not reading it that, okay, they can also use this particular subject to
Mhm.
get into something tangible
Yes.
in the future.
And also encourage mentorship between youth and existing leaders.
Yes.
Our leaders too, they have a role to play. You know, in as much as
Getting
it's
a
not
political education.
yes, our
politically
leaders
educated.
of course,
Yes,
our
as
leaders
as a youth from our leaders.
yes. So our leaders have this role to play, you know,
Mhm.
they should gather the youth, talk to them, you know, how they can join and also
They
carry
shouldn't
the
just
youth
look
along.
down on them that what can they do.
Of course.
No, they should politically educate them on this about politics.
Politics, yes. So that's how much we can take on the show. Before we go, remember this: change doesn't come from silence, it comes from showing up, speaking out, and staying involved online, offline, in communities, and in elections. To every young listeners tuned in, you're not the leaders of tomorrow, you're the leaders of today. This has been Youth Forum on Vicinity 95.3 FM Ikeji Lejisha. I am Paul Etting.
Yes, I am Aisha Ibrahim, and thanks for listening.
Yeah, this show was produced by our executive producer, Yaya Adeshola Salami. Thank you and do have a lovely day.
The future is here. This is our country. The future is here. The future has come.